Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. A Bitcoiner with 2.2 million followers who has held Bitcoin for 8 years now says that XRP is closer to $10 than we think. And I'll tell you, it's kind of interesting because this is coming on the heels of perspective from another well-known individual, Steven Narioff, former ex-Ethereum advisor. And I talked about this literally just the other day. He thinks XRP could be worth way more than that in the future. And this is just as a friendly reminder, or in case you missed it, because it's nice to see that, even individuals who are big proponents of other coins are recognizing that XRP is going to get its, right? And so here's the headline from the Crypto Basic from yesterday. Ex-ETH advisor agrees XRP could surpass $100 as it has no ceiling. And I understand that, and let me say this too, actually, before I even say what I was about to say. It's the case that for every cryptocurrency in existence, there have been holders of that cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, where it felt like it was just never going to take off. And so I understand that there are people who feel like that about XRP right now. It's just been so long, so much time has passed. Oh, it's never going to happen. But then one day you wake up and it's just going here. And so it's nice to see that participants, well-known participants in the crypto space, even if they're stronger proponents for other cryptocurrencies, are like, yeah, XRP is going to be running. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so here's the headline from the Crypto Basic. Long-standing Bitcoin OG says XRP is closer to $10 than we think. In a recent tweet, Lucky, a prominent crypto figure and self-proclaimed Bitcoin OG, expressed optimism about the future of XRP, arguing that its price is closer to $1 or $10 than most enthusiasts envisage. The Bitcoin proponent Lucky, with 2.2 million X followers, highlighted the various factors that formed the foundation of his optimistic outlook on XRP. And here, I don't need to read the article. I'm going to go just directly to his comments, which are on your screen right now. And I mean, it's all positive, so kudos to him for recognizing this. I don't 100% agree with this because he starts to go down this particular perspective of Ripple having being a substantial part of the rationale for why XRP might go. I think it's a piece of it, but there's a very broad XRP ecosystem. And he does recognize some of that too. So this isn't to say that his perspective is completely garbage. I don't want to come across wrong, nothing like that. I just thought I'd mention that before delving in here. And so here you have Lucky with 2.2 million followers on X. So I love that this message has gotten out to so many people. At the time I'm recording this, it's gotten 463,000 views. And so he wrote the following. Been observing Ripple's operations since the SEC win in July. I can't help but applaud the team for staying focused in their commitment to the XRP community. Few projects recover from such a drawn-out legal battle that cost them $200 million, but we've seen the Ripple team announcing several impactful partnerships and integrations, including an increased use of Ripple payments with Bitstamp and Bitso as payment corridors. In 2 weeks, we've seen a 22% bounce from its August dip, and the reasons are not far-fetched. And then he's got 3 bullet points here. Number 1, their partnership with Uphold brings more liquidity to the Ripple ecosystem, and that's just one growth catalyst for XRP's price growth. So I'll just pause to say here, I still firmly believe, because this is what all evidence indicates, it's that XRP's price follows that of Bitcoin's. What Ripple does it's of no consequence. Now, over the longer period of time, yes, I think that all developers building on top of the XRP ledger, getting traction in terms of real world utility, that's going to ensure the long-term viability of XRP and way more money flowing in. So all of this does matter. I'm just saying, with the current state of things in 2023, it's provably the case that XRP is pretty much just following Bitcoin. So we just want Bitcoin to go up, but still all of this matters. Now I can delve into that a little bit further, which I don't want to go too far off the rails here, but I do want to note also, there are individuals out there like myself, and perhaps you're one of these people, where you actually are parsing out the differences between cryptocurrencies. So we do exist. There's a reason that XRP is one of only 3 cryptocurrencies that has always been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap for its entire existence, with the other two being Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course. So it's just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, always in the top 10. Always have been. Out of over 20,000 coins. Now, the reason that's the case is because there are people like me, and there's a good chance that if you're listening, you're like this too. You understand that utility actually, big picture, will matter, even if it doesn't sufficiently today. Now, that is the reason. There are enough of us out there that it has kept XRP where it has been. I'm just saying, though, even with that being the case, what matters more than anything else is what Bitcoin is doing. So the fact that there's this partnership with Uphold, which I went into in a fair bit of detail the other day, so I'm not going to in this video, it's good, it's positive, and it'll help to make sure that XRP can continue to be used as a bridge currency, and Ripple's, I don't even know what they're calling it. It was formerly known as on-demand liquidity. They just call it like their cross-border payment system now, I guess. I just liked it when it was ODL, but they got rid of it. So this is like the second rebrand of it, I guess. But so that is good. But it's also the case that they have other on-demand liquidity partners, and I don't know the state of their partnership with Bitstamp. As far as I know, it's good, and they're everything's perfectly fine there. I mean, that was the primary partner before the SEC sued. Before the SEC sued Ripple, the most major on-demand liquidity corridors touched the United States, and Bitstamp was a major part of that. And so there would still be, presumably, unless there's information that's not been made public, there would still be liquidity there as well. So it seems to me like this is just another exchange that's partnering up that offers massive liquidity. Now, the good news is, and this is why it actually is more substantial than Bitstamp potentially, is because of the volume. Because every exchange in the United States delisted XRP except for Uphold. And then there was, I guess, what was it, BitTrue, although they're not headquartered in the United States, but you could still get it there. There just weren't any fiat on-ramps or off-ramps, so that was a negative. And then there was also GateHub. But in terms of a fiat on-ramp and off-ramp in the United States, I think the only, as far as I can recall, it was just Uphold. That was it. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. But so anyway, their business grew substantially as a result. Because if you're in the United States, the only place you could get it was Uphold, and there still was demand for it. So yes, with that being the state of things, and Uphold purchasing XRP from other sources that aren't Ripple, yeah, there's more liquidity there, and then it can be used as a bridge currency in what used to be known as on-demand liquidity. And then bullet point number 2, Ripple has begun expanding XRP's utilities on the XRP ledger. With plans to accommodate trading of NFTs, they could be dipping their hands into the $1.6 billion cookie jar. Okay, so this is certainly a fair point. This is another one of those things that I believe can potentially lead to the long-term viability of XRP and the XRP ledger, because it's functionally useful, and NFTs are not going away. Yes, they're overpriced JPEGs, but there's so much more than that. There's all sorts of stuff you can do, including royalties. There's all sorts of, I think to me, that's always been the thing that's just been most cool so far that I've seen thus far. Is what you can do in terms of, when you transfer ownership of something to another, whether it's a blog or it could be a song even. Maybe you got it's in your music library, and if you want to sell it to somebody, the creator of the song can get a royalty every single time it's subsequently sold. There's neat stuff that you can do with it. This technology is not going away. That's what I'm saying here. And then the third bullet point, and with more developments and projects like the Sum Wallet, XUMM, steadily pouring into the XRP ledger and gaining upwards of 600,000 users in 3 months, XRP will grow massively. Now, that one is out of the three. If you're talking about in terms of short-term price, well, I shouldn't even say short-term, but in terms of what's going to lead up to the next major bull market, that's the one that catches my attention the most. And it's true. The numbers are accurate. 600,000 users in 3 months. There's tons of people flowing into XRP. It's always heading to the upside, right? There's always more accounts, XRP wallets being created, more people jumping in. So given that's the case, when the market goes, what do you think is going to happen for XRP? And that's why and I don't make price predictions. I don't know where the price of XRP is going to be heading. I suspect much higher, but I could be wrong and it goes to zero. I literally don't know, but my bet. I have strong conviction it's going to be heading dramatically to the upside. And that's why when I see expectations of $10, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound even remotely unreasonable, frankly. That doesn't sound remotely unreasonable. It could go much higher than that. And so he says, to wrap up his comments, if I'm being honest, I'd say that XRP price isn't as far from $1 or $10 as we think, looking at the current ecosystem developments. Well, yeah, I don't either. Again, I placed my bet, and I still believe that XRP would hit a new all-time high a couple years ago, if not for the SEC. But yeah, it's coming. I think what's most probable is we are going to see another major bull market for crypto in general, and XRP is going to melt faces. And it's just nice to see that others are anticipating that, and in greater numbers than before there was the conclusion of the SEC v. Ripple case, at least in terms of XRP's legal status. And that's not surprising. Now that that clarity is there, it does make it that much more likely that XRP actually is going to hit those types of levels. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lampo.